Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Piper Academy. I'm your host, Army Piper, coming at you Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you guys news, markets, charts, TA, everything you need to have knowledge in the markets because knowledge is profit. Welcome to the show. Glad to have everyone here. Everyone's starting to slowly come in. Just getting done watching Investing Bros over there. That goes live at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday through Friday. So, shout out to T-Shroom, my boy over there, and TA Tim doing a little bit of pre-TA. But I've got a great show lined up for you today. Could we be looking at $45,000 Bitcoin coming up? One top analyst has laid that out. I went ahead, took his work, looked at it, made a few tweaks to what I think he was trying to lay out, and then I put it onto charts myself. So we're going to go look at his stuff, drop it over, look at my charts, and see how he gets to that point of $45,000 in November, as early as I should say. I should caveat that. But yeah, we're going to take a look at that. But first off, I want to show you guys what happened over here. Check it out. There we go. Yesterday, I saw a article from a well-known crypto influencer in the in the YouTube space, saying that he was, the Sultan of Soul. And I said, well, since appointing yourself as leader of a coin seems to be a thing, I'm just going to officially declare myself the first sergeant of the Link Marines. So there you go. Shout out to the Link Marines. Let's get it going there. Got a lot of activity on this post though. I was, made me feel good. I broke the 500 mark, guys. I'm officially over 500. I'm not at 8,500 like Tim or 4,500 like T-Shroom, but I'm getting there. It's okay. Yeah, that happened yesterday. But let's go ahead and get into the markets. And then we're going to get over into the charts because I'm going to try to do some more TA. But shout out to everybody that's joining me this morning. If you guys are new here and you have not been here before, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. Get notified every time I go live. We will be doing this every week, every day. So it's okay. I'm always going to be here for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the economic calendar here. Today, guys, we had core PCE coming in. PCE, this is a big one that they look at for the Feds. So, for the interest rate hikes and stuff like that. So we're going to look and see if there's any changes to the FOMC scheduling on that. But right now, came in at what it was consensus for, a little bit above the forecast. This already cooked into the markets, not seeing a huge amount of volatility off of this. Personal spending. Look, folks, people are spending more money. No one is cutting back on spending. They are spending more. It's absolutely insane. Personal income, not up as much as it was the previous month. So people making less, spending more. Go figure. So you look at the FOMC. Can't make this up, guys. Let's take a look at the FOMC here and see how the CME group is calling the FOMC rate hikes. Looking at 97.5% chance of a rate hike coming in, or a pause, I should say, on the rates for November, and then December, 19% chance of a rate hike. That's it. 78% chance, almost 79 of a rate pause. So continuing that pause there. Pause in January, 26% chance of a rate hike then. And then the next one, because it's not one in February, let's look at March. 62% chance of a pause, 22% chance of a rate increase, but a 12% chance of a pullback and a rate cuts coming in. So there you go. Let's look at the liquidations. Past 24 hours, $113 million in liquidations in the past 24 hours off of 48,314 traders. There we go. Get that word out. The largest single liquidation happened on Binance. It was on Bitcoin USDT for $1.9 million on a single trade. Again, still want to know who these people are. 5 things you need to know, brought to you today by Bloomberg. 5 things to start your day. Good morning. U.S. military strikes 2 facilities in Syria. Amazon and Intel provide some relief to tech stocks, and one of Wall Street's most bearish voices says the S&P 500 is facing a technical test. Here's what people are talking about. Syria strikes. U.S. forces attacked 2 facilities in eastern Syria. It said were being used by Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. That's the IRGC there. And affiliated groups. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, that is the Secretary of Defense there, said that Lloyd Austin was careful to stress the strikes were separate and distinct from Israel-Hamas war. Really? You think that? There's like 6 degrees of separation here. They started doing those attacks because they are Israeli, excuse me, they are Iranian affiliated groups. They did that because we're helping out Israel with weaponry, and they're fighting Hamas, who is supported by Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps. So you can say this was separate and distinct all you want. The audio is not going to match the video. So there you go on that. Thursday's attacks by the U.S., which is continuing to send forces to the Middle East, are the country's first known offensive since October 7th. So that happened last night. Amazon rises. Amazon was up more than 5% in pre-market trading after the company reported quarterly revenue that topped estimates, helped by rising sales in retail. So 5% up there on that. Cloud unit sales increased by 12% to just over $23 billion, marking the first quarter-to-quarter rise in Amazon Web Services. That's what that is. Revenue growth in almost 2 years. So shout out to Amazon there. S&P 500 support. The S&P 500 is at risk of dropping another 5%. Another 5%. That's big in the stock world for us crypto people. That's like, oh, okay, that's a day. A typical day. Says Bank of America strategist Michael Hartnett, one of the more bearish voices on U.S. stocks. It's all down to technicals and charts, with the benchmark closing in on the 200-week moving average, and we'll take a look at that here soon. That has been a support line in previous instances for market downturns. So we'll take a look and see where that's at on the actual charts, because sometimes it's easier to see a picture than it is to read an article. Futures climb. U.S. equity futures are climbing at the end of a turbulent week. While crude oil is higher as traders keep an eye on the escalating conflict in the Middle East, Treasury yields are ticking up and the dollar is steady, while the Universal Music Group, the record label for Taylor Swift, is falling in Amsterdam after missing some estimates. So she may have pumped our economy for ticket sales this year, but she is not doing anything for her music company that she's got a label with. So there's a raft of corporate news in Europe as earnings seasons get underway. So coming up on the data front, we're due September readings for U.S. personal spending and income, which we already got. The Federal Reserve preferred measure of underlying price pressure. I just told you that. ExxonMobil, Chevron, Colgate, Palmolive, and Abbey Vi are among the companies reporting results before the bell today. And then Fed Vice Chair for Supervision, Michael Barr, will be delivering opening remarks at the Fed's Economics of Payments conference. So that's what we have. 5 things that you need to know to start your day. Dogecoin. Could we be seeing Dogecoin to the moon? Let's go. X to implement a full financial service by 2024. We're just going to break this in real quick here, because this is not anything that we haven't all speculated or read or seen in a tweet at least 5 times in the past month. In recent news, it revealed Elon Musk's latest venture, X, formerly known as Twitter, setting ambitious plans for the future. During an all-hands meeting, Musk laid out several visions for the platform, including the introduction of full payment and financial services by the end of 2024. While many are speculating what currencies or payment method X will embrace, the potential inclusion of Dogecoin in the mix is sparking considerable interest. Guys, even if it's not true, the interest alone will start people to buy. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If people are getting close to this and they start being a lot of talk on X about money services on X, all Elon has to do is drop a picture of a dog and it's done. So there you go. There's that. New White House. Hey, you guys know all that stuff that's going on with office buildings. There's like office buildings galore that are empty. They cannot fill offices up. Nobody wants to go back to work. Okay. Coffee. Love coffee. Crypto Seth in the house. He said, Piper Sniper. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you there. So they have all of these office buildings that they can't fill up, and I can't remember how many it is, but it's like for example, this Los Angeles biggest office landlord in downtown defaulted on $1.1 billion in loans on 3 buildings. Like hundreds of thousands of it might be millions worldwide that are just empty office buildings. Well, this is interesting. I'm gonna give you the twist here. Work with me here. So a new White House plan to create affordable housing, right? Biden wants to know he's doing this. This is a Biden thing. The White House is doing this, right? Biden administration is freeing up resources to help turn offices into apartments. As cities across the U.S. continue to struggle with climbing office vacancies and unaffordable rents, keep that in mind. We're going to keep that right there in mind. Unaffordable rents. The White House has a new plan to help property owners convert empty offices into apartment units. Okay, affordable rents, and they're talking about people not being able to afford um, homes. They're not able to afford getting into a place. Folks, who lives in downtown? Who's going to live in this building right here in downtown? It is not going to be someone who can't afford rent. That is going to be $1 million plus a year freaking rental property right there. So that is this is a way for the White House to make a bunch of rich people even more rich so that rich people can take office buildings and get a nice industrial apartment in downtown, spending another $1 million, which will then come back into the pockets of the people that made all of this possible at the White House through political donations. No one that is having trouble affording rent is going to be living here. Just saying. That's all I got to put out there. I'm not even going to dig any more into that. The hypocrisy and ludicrousy there was insane. Headline read here: Mexican senator pushes bill to make Bitcoin a legal tender. Much like we've seen down there in some other countries. So there you go. This senator Indira Kempis made waves last year when she introduced legislation to create a central bank digital currency. Now she's shifting her focus to make Bitcoin the central part of her political agenda. So, hey, shout out to politicians and countries that realize they need Bitcoin doing the Bitcoin thing. So there you go. Headline read there. Bitcoin search queries. I think T-Stream talked about this a little while ago over on Investing Bros. But in case you missed that and you're here, which I'm pretty sure all 15 of you were there. My Bitcoin search queries on Google search surge 826% in the UK. So an 826% increase in the amount of people searching, how do I buy Bitcoin? So little headline read there for you on that. Just found it interesting. Let's check this out. This is Bitcoin could reach $45,000 next month. This is the entire thumbnail, folks. We're going to read this, and then we're going to jump over, and I'm going to show you what I've done on the charts because I actually did the work for you on this. Bitcoin can reach $45,000 next month. Next month, predicts crypto analyst using Bitcoin's previous cycles. So the price of the flagship cryptocurrency Bitcoin could hit $45,000 next month as it continues steadily rising. This cryptocurrency analyst used Fibonacci retracement levels to determine the potential rise of the cryptocurrency. In a thread posted on the popular microblogging platform X, formerly known as Twitter, I love it. It's a symbol. Look, it's a symbol. What the formerly known as. This is just Prince in the social media world. He had the little Prince symbol. It was the artist formerly known as Prince, and now it's X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. Analyst CryptoCon told their 57,000 followers that Bitcoin still has plenty of upside potential, even after recently reaching its 16-month high. And let's just get down to the data here, and I'm going to show you what he had here. I think I can pull it up here. I think I put it in my bookmarks for you. There we go. Bookmarks. So this is what he said. This is what he has here. He's got these cycles, and I don't have it going back to this one here, but I've got these other ones laid out on my chart. But he has 5 phases, and he talks about how this is 0 to the 236 is phase 1. Phase 2 is when it breaks the 382, but below the 50 line. I told you anything below the 50 line, bearish. And then phase 3 is a move. It's a transition into the 618 to the 786. That is phase, and then that moves into phase 5, which is the cycle mid-top. Okay. So I went ahead and I broke this down into 3 phases, and we're going to jump over into my chart and we're going to take a look at it. Let's go. Okay. So here's what I got here on this based on this article. And let's go back here a little bit. Seth, It's good. It's nighttime for me, Justin. Well, hey, you're here watching me, so I'm going to give you some good dreams to dream about here. We'll see if this plays out. Yeah, here we go. So I get this data here coming down right here is actually where that first one was on that chart that he showed. So we're just going to skip that one. We're going to do the last three bear markets. Wow, I'm just making all kinds of drawings over here. Artwork, making it NFT. Let's see here. Here's what we got. So we have this period of time here. This is going back into the cycle from 2013 all the way up to 2017 there. So we had the bottoming here. This is the phase one, the bottom cycle. It hit above the 236, broke the 382, retested it, and then this period of time, phase two, is below the 0.66 on which is of the golden pocket. And you can see it stayed in this range here, testing that 382 before it broke up. Once it broke that, it entered what he calls phase three. And phase three typically can see a breakout, but it usually retests that 0.66 before it moves up. There's the cycle norms, the cycle pattern that he's looking at. He goes to the next cycle. This one had a little bit of a different move. Oh, I do want to point out this cycle from hitting into the green cycle to the halving time period was 217 days. So looking here at this next cycle, which is going to be the 2017 up through 2021, okay, you can see that we had our bottoming cycle there. That was where we had our bottom. We came in, we went into phase two. Remember that green cycle, phase two, where we were above the 50 on a successful retest. And then we went up to what looked like it was starting phase three. But then we pulled back in. That, remember, these are weekly candles. So this is long before coronavirus. This was not the pandemic that did this. We actually pulled back in for phase four again, and then started phase three again, phase two, again, and then we went back into phase three before coming back up. But even going from this point here, that was 231 days, long time to go in there. We could possibly see this again, and we'll look and see what that looks like for price. But are we here where this is it and this does not exist? Or are we here and we're going to go back into a phase two before we do another phase three again? We're going to take a look. Here's where we currently are. This dashed yellow line over here, this is your halving event. We are currently about 182 days out from that on the calendar, guys. So here we go. We look here, we got our bottoming. This is our phase one, the consolidation bottom period. We broke up above the 50. After this being rejected and rejected on the 50% line, we have now popped up above that, and we are in here above the 50 in that green candle. If we come back and we test this 31,188, that is going to be the 50% line. If we test this and we go up into the golden pocket, that's going to put us at 38,441 at the 0.66. If we come in and we do what we have done in previous cycles, where we come up into here, guys, the first level of the 786 is 45,322 based on the previous cycle patterns. And let's see what the chat says here. Eric Wallen, don't you think our long-term price ascension in Bitcoin is too steep? No, not at all. Let's go here and let's take this from the golden pocket to the top here. That would be a 537% move. Let's go to the previous one. I think it's like 1,200 or something like that to the top. And I'm just going to do a degrading average here. So let's go here up to here. That was a 3,000. So we're just going to cut this and say 250%. Okay. Let's do a 250% here. And actually, I'm going to do it on my other chart. Hey, you guys get to see my other chart that I love so much, just so you know. Let's do this. I need this on logarithmic. Thank you. Let's turn all those off. Turn that all off. And then we're going to go in and I'm going to pull up my fib channel and I'll show you why that's not that crazy. Fib retracement, fib retracement, fib retracement. I need my fib channel. Where are you? Right there. Here we go. Fib channels. Looking at this, if we go in and we do a 236% chance. Oh, you know what? I need that one back on. I need one of those back on. That one? No. That one. Nope. That one. That one. There we go. Because I got to come up from the golden pocket here. Golden pocket up here, 230%. We'll say 250. Be nice round number. That's $134,000 Bitcoin. That is not that crazy. Not that crazy at all. So, yeah, I've actually said on several shows before that we would likely and very possibly be above the 786 or below the golden pocket at the halving. Well, we're almost there right now, and I said that way back in here. So there you go. Actually, I was saying that back in here even that we would probably be hold the 786 the whole time, and we have perfectly. So yeah, I'm actually looking at well about $130,000 Bitcoin there. So um, yeah, let's see here. Don't you think crab market? Yes, I agree. Crab market. This is pure alpha. Eric Browning said, "Appreciate you, brother. Be majority in by the halving. I think that's a very smart move, but not financial advice. Take all your profits by September 2025. Take profits, reinvest during the run." Good reply there. Crux of crypto, good friend of mine. All right, so there you go, guys. That's what that is on those market on that $45,000 Bitcoin. There is a legitimate pattern history there to give reason to think that that could happen. Um, I personally would not be surprised, especially with Monday. I told you guys yesterday Biden has got something in the works that he's going to be putting out on Monday, according to a leak. Will it happen? We'll have to wait and see. But if it comes out and it's pretty bearish against crypto, that could be downside. Then again, we could also see something come out with the ETF approval, and this thing just absolutely rockets. So yeah, $45,000, in my opinion, absolutely in play in November. Could happen there. I don't think that for sure it's going to happen in November, though. I'm actually leaning more towards December, January. So, but I do think the roadmap is laid down for a $45,000 Bitcoin. So, all right, let's jump over into the other charts and let's see what we got here. We got market open, so I want to go take a quick look at that. And I told you we were talking about something on the S&P, the 200. That's what it was. So let's go down to the S&P, the SPY, the SPX. Here we go. Looking at the SPX here, I'm on the weekly chart, and then let's throw on my moving average ribbons here. Yeah, we're breaking today. We're losing that 200. Actually, we're losing the 100. 200's all the way down here at 38.93. Are they talking about simple moving averages maybe? Let's do that. That's going to be my 200. Let's do a simple moving average to see where that goes. Nope, it's not that one. Is it a WMA? Is it a weighted moving? Oh, they're talking about a weighted moving average. There we go. Yeah, so that's what they're looking at right now on the weighted moving average there. We'll see if it holds that. I prefer exponential moving averages over weighted, but I would say more importantly than this 200 that they're calling on here is going to be the weekly dynamic reactor here from Chart Prime. I think that this and the 200 EMA are going to be the range that we've got to hold if we're not going to see a massive, crushing, heartbreaking crash in the SPX. So let's go take a look at Amazon today. We talked about Amazon back on the 4-hour. Amazon getting a nice little push up there, touching on that line that I said a long time ago was my point to watch, that 129.10 to the dollar test on that right there. Looking pretty bullish on the RSI primed and on the Prime Oscillator Pro with that information coming out on the earnings reports. It does look like Amazon is getting a buy signal there and pushing up to the upside. So what else we got here? Let's go and check out Tesla. Poor Tesla. Oh, poor Tesla. We actually have broken out of my fibs, and we just retested that this morning on my one-to-one line. That's great. Can't break through it. Retest, probably going down lower. NVIDIA sitting on its zero line here, not looking very Good on price action. However, this RSI prime down here in the green and this ribbon twist after this bullish divergence, we could see a nice pump up here on NVIDIA. Keep an eye on that, folks. And last but not least, Google. Google breaking down today and losing down below my buy-in line at 122.46. Hashtag sad day. That's okay. My crypto's making money. Let's go. That's why we diversify, folks. Let's go take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum did push up and hit up here. You can see almost to that upper trade band of the predictive ranges there. Currently, right now, Ethereum just kind of consolidating above the 382 here. I would say anytime it comes down near this 382, about that 1750 range, might be a good time to look at doing a little bit of longs. You might have to front load it just a little bit. Looks like it's wicking just above and getting front loaded. But yeah, that front run might be the way to go there. So let's go see what else we got. Doge. We talked about Doge. Could Doge be seeing a nice move? I put this T box on here before, and this T box was based on resistance and then support test here. I could see us still coming down to test this again, maybe as the trend assistant is running through there, giving that double confluence. Nice bounce. Get it going there. We did have a multiple bearish divergence here and a downtrend and a peak seeker, all printed right there after getting that. Hey, this is your get out of your trade mark, and then down it started coming. So if you had chart prime, you would have known all this. Chainlink. Told you guys yesterday, I said I'm going to put a T-box here, and I think this is the line that we need to hold. I also put this on Twitter last night, and I dropped it in the silver chat here on Investing Bros Discord. So links to all that down below, guys. If you want to follow all that and get this info before I do my show, it's all down there below. But yeah, I put this T-box in. I said about $10.40 here. I said look for that to be the support range. Well, perfectly wick to it there. Oh, go forward. What are you doing? Get back to link. Yeah, we did a nice test on that and then bounced back up. So that good call there. And if anyone got into that trade, congratulations to you. If anyone looked at a dollar cost averaging there, oh, don't do that. Congratulations to you also. I'm going to lock this. I'm going to lock you down, bro. There we go. Locked. Football betting. Hey, football polls always work well. Matic. Look at Matic here. Matic's still sitting above its platinum pocket here. Moving sideways. Very crabbish. This is a definitive crab going on here. Let's check out Cardano. Cardano got a beautiful bounce here earlier in the week. This would be Wednesday right here going into 2 days ago. Got a bounce on that 618 on the golden pocket, rejected off the 0.5, and we're just kind of sitting in here in that range. Nothing bad. I'm not complaining about it. So Solana here did almost break out of its channel, but it looks like it's trying to pull back into that channel right now. One thing that I do want to point out that's most important here, we're holding the 786 as support. I think we're going to see this come back up. We got an upper trade band of the, or lower trade band of predictive ranges there on the 12-hour. We've got this channel coming up, and we've got the 887 up there. Once we get inside here and we hold this, 887 usually likes to be tested. I think we could see this come up, maybe wick out above this to hit that trend line there again, but then come back in, and maybe that's when it breaks for a cool off. I'm not sure. I have to wait and see. So, XRP still fighting resistance on the 236, guys. Pushing there on it constantly. It did get a few candles that were above it, but you can see the quick sell-off that has happened there on XRP. Right now sitting below that 236 at 55.38 cents. So, looks like we are getting a little bit of curvature here on the Oscillator Pro. So that ribbon there could be flipping back up. If that does, that might be it. The energy it needs to get out of there. RSI prime hitting about the zero line. You see a lot of times that zero line does like to play for either support or resistance. So maybe we're going to hit here and get that bounce up. This flips up here, and then we get this breakthrough here on that 236. So keep an eye on that one. XLM, yeah, whatever, man. Caspa. Let's talk Caspa. I saw Tom Crown yesterday talking about Caspa, and was like, "Yeah, I think I'm officially in on Caspa." And it's shout out to Tom, love the guy. But Archie and Seth have been talking about Caspa for quite a while. And what's interesting about it is I've been following Caspa because of Archie. Um, man, almost a year now. I want to say close to a year, 6 months at least. We'll go with 6 months. But back here in October 15th, I was sent a picture over to his group, and I said, "Look, we got this long-term trend line here, guys. It's going all the way back. This trend line has been a definitive trend line going all the way back to June of 2023." And so I said, if we hit this line, that is going to be a good spot to buy in there. I told him that over in his community and stuff like that, sent it over to him. I know that he acted on it a lot, and I said these big wick downs here that hit that up, that retested that upper trade band of chart price predictive ranges. Those very bullish. Hit the zero line there on the fibs that I was using for a retest. And yeah, if you would have done that, you would have actually gotten in long before the strong indicator ever popped. By the way, you don't buy on this. You wait for a retest. Dynamic reactor right there. That's where you want to get in. Trampoline bounce there off of that. But you would have actually gotten a move there from that trend line up to the top of 27%, even currently right now 18.98%. So I told Tom Crown, I said, shout out to you. Hey, good morning, Daniel. How you doing? I said, good morning to you. Goodbye for you. That was a good purchase. Welcome to the cast party. But yeah, I sent this picture over. What we're seeing right now, folks, and I was talking about this yesterday. I said, look for, if we hold the golden pocket, I'm bullish on it. Even if we break below it, we do have a trend assist. Well, guess what? The trend assist is what literally got tapped there. And if we go to the hourly, where I was actually showing you guys this on here, let the indicators pop up for a second. You'll see exactly what happened here. There we go. We had a sell-off that happened here, and we got the sell indicator. We came back for a double test on that, and then up it went. We're still sitting below the dynamic reactor on the hourly, so we could be coming in for another test on this. Might give somebody else another opportunity, but on the higher time frames, looking extremely well set up here. One thing I will point out, though, and you guys need to be aware of this. If we come down to that golden pocket and it looks like it's going to bounce off of it, you could get. Oh, Daniel, your trade fly. Gotcha, brother. I want to show you guys this just in case you haven't seen it. Look, what is this? Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do that. That would be a head and shoulders pattern. If we break this head and shoulders pattern to the downside and we put this here to see where it lands at, it comes back down to the 236. So if it doesn't hold this bounce on the golden pocket, be aware you may be finishing a head and shoulders. Just wanted to put that out there and point that out to everyone so they are aware. Oh, wow. So I had a head and shoulders here on the Dixie, it looks like, on the 4 hour here, going back to Wednesday. And it looks like we broke to the upside there. Could this here be the retest of this line? Let's go and extend it over and see what that does. Come here, you. Yeah, this could be a retest here. Watch for the Dixie to retest right here at 106.30. If it does that, that would be the retest of that line, which would be the play out of this head and shoulders. And I think that's actually going to probably put us into the order block. Yep, right up there in the middle of the order block at 107.24. Could be seeing that hit. Do I think that Cass could hit $1 in 2025? Bro, I would not be surprised to see Caspa, based on what I've been hearing and seeing from all of Archie's and Seth's work over there in their communities. I could see Caspa easily doing a 50x. That's not financial advice, but yeah, like this has massive potential. It's got good tokenomics. It's got good utility purpose. Cass is something that I'm about to scoop up a little bit more to put into my ledger. So. All right, I think that's about it. Oh, gold. I wanted to show you gold. Gold, staying in the golden pocket there, right where it belongs, right? But I do believe because we keep supporting off of this 618 here and not breaking below it, I do think that this is going to be coming up to the $2,000 range. Watch for that $2,000 gold coming in and then see how that reacts to there, because gold, kind of like Ethereum, seems to be allergic to breaking above $2,000. I don't know if you guys remember last cycle, but $1,900 Ethereum was a thing for most of the bull run last cycle, the first half of the bull run. So, all right, let's jump over here. Folks, I appreciate you guys joining me here today. I hope you guys got some knowledge off that stuff. Remember, nothing that I do is financial advice. This is all for education purposes and for knowledge purposes, so that you can do your own research, know what you're doing, and get your own decision making process going there. So, thanks for joining me today. Monday, reminder to everyone, on Monday, show is going to start about 30 minutes later. I've got a appointment at the Veterans Affairs at 7 in the morning. It's right here by the house. It's a blood draw. It's a lab. I'm going to go in there, do that, be back. Might have the link up for the show earlier, but we'll not start it probably till about 8. So I just wanted you guys to be tracking on that. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate everyone here. Remember, keep an eye on your charts. Know what you're looking for. Know that your entries are filled with knowledge. Why? Because knowledge is profit. I will catch you guys all back here on Monday. Have a safe weekend. Follow me on X. I'll be dropping some information there as it comes out this weekend if I need to. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.
That was awesome, dude!